everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then just welcome. My name is Michelle, and today I want to share my 2026 lineup with you guys, and it's been a long time coming. So I have been really dragging my feet on solidifying what I'm going to be using for the 2026 year, and part of that is because I've been testing out a lot of different sizes. You guys do not want to see my planner graveyard right now. It is pretty bad. But I needed to find things that were going to work for me, that were going to be portable and functional, and I think I've solidified most of it. One of the reasons I've been kind of missing in action is I am going to be going back to university, and I may need a different setup for that. I just haven't started my classes yet, so I'm not really sure if it's just going to be like a regular notebook or if I'm going to need a planner. So we'll see. There's three things that I wanted to go over really quickly, and I'm not going to go into great detail in this video. I will go into more detail in separate videos for each individual thing. However, today I am on a very limited time schedule right now because part of the other reason that we've been so busy is I've had to move my office. And the reason for that was because my stepson came to live with us for the foreseeable future, and my office is now where my husband's office is. So we're sharing a space, which is totally fine. We've done this for years, but just setting everything back up the way I wanted it to be, making sure that my internet connection's good. It's just been a pain, but we've got it settled. We've got it done. And this is why I'm back today. Also, I did film a setup video for what I initially was going to use, and that has already fallen by the wayside. So rather than give you guys planner whiplash, I just kind of decided to test out a few more things before I made this video. So yeah, we're going like, what, 2 weeks into January 2026, and I'm just now getting around to this. But that's kind of typical for me. I do this every year. All right, so the first thing that we have here in my planner stack is a portable setup. This is just a Passport Traveler's Notebook, and it is in the black leather cover. I've had this one for years, and it's really simple. There's really not a lot to it. So I'll just open this up real quick. Actually, let's set these off to the side real quick so that you guys can get a better look. Okay, so that's better. So this is just my Passport TN, and this is from the Traveler's Company. And really, it's just meant to be like an on-the-go notebook. So I need like something small to be portable, to be able to write notes, and to have a calendar. So that's what I've done here. All right, so the inner pocket, we just have a couple dollar bills just in case I need to give a quick tip to somebody. I do have a clear zipper pocket right here. And the craft folder, I think this is the Traveler's Notebook craft folder. I have a Traveler's Notebook Passport Monthly in here. I opted not to get the one from Sterling Ink. I just like this one. It's really simple. I don't really need it to be complicated in order just to carry it around on the weekends. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've got my important dates in there. This is really good and handy for me to carry to the doctors, carry to other appointments, if I need to just write down a few things and reference like dates, especially when I have one coworker. So a lot of the time we have to make sure that if one of us is off, the other one isn't, if that makes any sense. So we always have to have somebody in our office. So I'm going to move this out because I realize that that has a name on the back of that. And this is just a clear zipper pocket. It has some card slots here. It has a clear folder here that you can put whatever you want. I just have a Loteria card in it, and it's nothing fancy. I do have this. This is from the Traveler's Company. This is a canvas material zipper pouch. Now, I did have this recently signed. I went to see Zach Sabbath and had this signed by the band, so it has Zach Wild's signature on here. One of my most treasured things. This little zipper pocket actually had some stamps in it, but I just moved them. Actually, no, they're still in there. Okay. There's some stamps, a couple coupons, nothing crazy. I did opt to take off the original zipper pull and just replaced it with this evil eye, so that's cute. And again, this is Zach Wild's signature and all the band members of Zach Sabbath, so that was pretty cool and really fun. This is just a small insert from Sterling Ink. It is a 64-page blank grid notebook. I have not written in it yet, so that just goes to show you why it was important to have something small and minimal, because I haven't needed it yet. But this is just really perfect to go out and about with me if I need to write a quick list or a to-do list, and I can just reference that easily. This has some more pockets here. And on the back, I just have some more coupons and an accident checklist. Knock on wood, knock, knock, knock. Have not been in an accident in quite some time. I would prefer to have like a little reference and go to, especially if I'm freaking out. So I have that in there. That's it. So the next thing is my personal rings planner. And this is mainly for collections. This is in the Filofax Original in the black color. And it is just for collections. It is not for, sorry about that. There's going to be a little bit of glare for the ring light. This was the only time of day that I had where nobody was home and I could film. So this is why we got to make it quick. I have toyed with the idea of possibly getting something like a Me Plus, just because it would be on the smaller side. And it would really keep my more important types of collections in there. For now, I do have it decorated just a little bit for winter. Even though I am in Texas, it is not very cold. I think like this whole week it's been like 60 degrees. So I feel like I've been robbed of a winter, but this dashboard makes me feel somewhat better. This main section right here is just, I think this is home and finances. This is actually really fun too. So I thought it would be fitting to have with my finances. It is a Papa Buck. And this is from Ghost. We got this at the recent Ghost concert. I say recent, it was like in August, but they were handing some of these out to some of the people that attended, and I decided to keep that there. I do have a few things in here that are on the private, personal side for finances, so I'm just going to skip ahead. My next section is personal things, so I'm not really going to show you that either. But you get the idea. It's just collection. So there's personal items, there's personal lists, wish lists, things like that. This the third section is my school, university things. So just important information, important deadlines. Like I said, I'll go into more depth with this at a later time. That way I can have some time to just kind of cover up all the personal info. But this is just a dashboard that I made on Canva. My 2026 vision board and 2026 holidays. So I did make this myself in Canva. I actually thought about including this yearly overview and these holidays as a type of freebie. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, let me know. I'll probably try to include that somewhere. All right. This one, I believe, I'm not even sure what this one is, to be honest. Oh, this is like Etsy and design information. I will be honest, I've had to put these on the back burner for now just because, as I've mentioned, I've been trying to get ready to go back to school. There is some reference information back here. It's like Ohuhu's marker set, some swatches, my Tombow collections. I can reference this and say, okay, I already have this color, so I don't need it. I bought duplicates this way, so this is why I need that. This is just information regarding my family, my kiddos, my G-baby. In fun news, my soon-to-be second G-baby, so we're really excited about that. So 2026 will be seeing yet another addition to the family. So, you know, Mimi will put all that information back here. So that'll be really cute and fun. But for the meantime, like I said, this is just collections. I really want to minimize this a bit more if I can. Hence why I was looking into one of those Me Plus, maybe plotter situations, but we'll see. I'm not sure how much more I can narrow it down, to be honest, but I'm sure there's going to be a way for me to do that so I can minimize what I'm carrying. All right, so that is it for my collection setup in my Filofax Original. So we'll move that off to the side. So this is my main EDC for 2026 at this time. What I end up doing is starting off with smaller sizes, and sometimes I'll go to bigger sizes and then back to smaller sizes. So I did experience a lot of that in the last 2 years, I believe. My goal is not to lose information in transition, so I'm going to try to stay in one planner for the majority of the year. Initially, I thought that this would be just my main journal, and that would be it, but I'll show you guys what I've done with this. This is in a Chic Sparrow A6 cover in the creme, I think this is what, Black Beauty? I think that's what it's called. This is like really old. I've had this for a really long time. You can see the patina on it. It even has like some of the original font from like way back when. I think this is like from 2016. I've had it a really long time. It even has a feather for the eye in the chic part of Chic Sparrow. So that is how old this thing is. Really cute though. I love this. Okay. So the first notebook here is what I would call my bullet journal setup. And the main reason for that is I needed something in addition to this planner. I didn't want to have anything crazy though. Again, I don't want to carry a lot of stuff. I don't want to overcomplicate it. And I have found that the less I overcomplicate it, the better, the more likely I am to use it. So this is just an A6 insert from Sterling Ink. And this is just serving as a monthly bullet journal. I will go through the 64 pages, and once I'm done with it, then great. And this is also going to act as note pages, because in this particular planner, which is the 2026 Hibino, there's no note pages. And I'll show you guys what I mean here. If you didn't see my unboxing of this product, and go back and look at that if you're interested, but the 2026 Hibino is actually such a really cool planner. I actually really enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. It does not have weeklies. It does have dailies though, but it has dailies on 2 pages. So I did include my vision board here. I did include my monthly overview, as well as, I believe, Mercury in retrograde. So I have my holidays here. This is from Wise Minerva Studio. Do you have your future log? I haven't really had to use that yet, but I think I'm just going to write like some memories for the month here. Again, this is my vision board. I did add a few things to it just because really 2026 is like my year of just rage and resistance. I'm really leaning into that this year. So be forewarned. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to have to cut part of that out. But this is just where I've been doing my monthly tasks, monthly appointments, things that I may need to make note of, which would be like if my coworker is out, some birthdays, things like that. I do have my trackers here on the side. This is 2.5 millimeter grid, so it is super, super small. If you do not write small, I don't know if this will be for you. Although you could use, maybe 2 rows and probably write pretty comfortably that way. However, I have included my trackers here on the side. And let's see. And we just go through each month really quickly. And you do get until January 1st, 2026. All right, so let's get into it. I've been using this consistently since January 1st, and so far, so good. I'm really surprised because I didn't think that I would kind of stay in this that long, if I'm being honest, especially since I thought, well, I'm just going to use this as a journal. Come to find out that the 2.5 millimeter grid is a lot more writing than I had anticipated. So in order to fill the pages, I started using this side as a task list, to-do list, some meal planning, just notes in general. I also included some ephemera here. I'm media journaling, I'm tarot journaling, I'm writing about my day in little snippets here. And I actually like the way that this looks. I like the decoration of it. My concern is obviously at the end of the year, what is this going to look like? Because we're 16 days in and I'm kind of bulking up some of the pages. So what I decided was just use your washi stickers, use stamps, draw things. I'm still going to continue to use this side as a task list, but this is an example of how I was using weeklies in here so far, because this doesn't have weeklies. It has monthlies and it has dailies. I'm not really journaling as much on Sundays. I figure I can give myself a little bit of a day off on Sunday from the constant journaling if I feel inclined to do so, and just use this page as a weekly. So it's progressed a little bit, and I'll show you the next week here in just a moment, but just an idea of how I'm using it. I'm just writing little notes. I listened to a podcast where they called Nicki Minaj's Barb's terrorist organization. I was like, what? I just thought it was kind of funny. But I'm watching different TV shows. So I have Landman episode 8, season 2, some information there. I'm using washi stickers. Again, I'm drawing, I'm writing things out, I'm using stamps. And so far, so good. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So on this particular day, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw where I posted this, because I didn't have a lot going on. I did have some tasks here on the side. I tarot journaled, and then I just started drawing. And I kind of love the art style of Junji Ito. If some of you are familiar with his work, I'm sure Hobonichi brought a lot of new fans to his artwork and his genius. So I just kind of started experimenting with some drawing styles there and included that in here. I'm sure a lot of you know what that's probably in regard. So we're getting into the next week, and this is on the last Sunday, where I included a bit more of a cleaner setup. I did expand my weekly setup here. I included meal plans, to-dos, to buy, to clean, social media, and obviously you can see I didn't do any of that. So I did have some stickers here that I wanted to include. Some more information about TV shows that I'm watching. Some more drawings. More drawings. So this is just like a couple days ago, and I made pork katsu for my kids, and they always enjoy it when I make it, so that's not a surprise. But just some fun things that I'm doing here, and I'm really enjoying this setup. So I thought it turned out really cute. So we have Sunday of this upcoming week here. I did have a little bit of space here for journaling, not too much pressure. And on this side, I just included my expanded weekly setup here. I included some things that I want to track on a weekly basis, and cleaned it up a little bit. So it's actually looking pretty nice. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do Monday. I may do a drawing. I may do some quotes. I'm not sure. I do have a 3-day weekend because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So I may take some extra time to journal that day. But so far, so good. I'm really enjoying this setup. I am concerned about how big this is going to get. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it because I am having such a blast with it. This is a really fun notebook. And when I said that there was no note pages, I was like being 100% serious. But there's literally like 3 pages. And that's it. So this is why this section was needed. This little notebook, it's pretty small and compact so that I can easily store it in here without any problems. So, all right, guys, I hope that the camera wasn't moving too much during this video because that is going to be it. New setup. I'm trying to get everything situated, everything back to my optimal type of filming situation. But in the meantime, I have been just in planner chaos trying to figure out what I'm going to use, and for right now I think this is pretty good. If you have any questions or comments, if you would like to see some setups and spreads in the future, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed and you would like to, hit the subscribe button. I do have some social media links listed down below as well, so follow me there if you're interested, because I will be posting some spreads of this setup. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it. Sorry if it feels rushed because I am being rushed. I literally have like 2 minutes until my husband leaves to come home, and you know, there goes my peace and quiet for filming. Alright guys, I hope to see you on the next one, hopefully soon. Later.